Welcome to The Interest. I'm Sarah Wolak. It's Tuesday, which means that it's time to talk tech with Shane Kidwell. We also have big news coming from Rocket, and later we'll hear from our own Katie Jensen about how to climb to the top of the industry.
My name is Thomas Hall. I went ahead and used the Sunbest AI app, and I put in a difficult loan scenario with some tax returns and everything, and I had somebody else already underwrite it. When it came back, it was almost identical within like a few dollars, and it took about 30 minutes instead of a whole day or two for somebody to analyze that. So, yeah, that AI is going to be the best thing in the whole industry. So stay tuned.
There's big changes happening at Rocket companies. Yesterday, Rocket's board of directors appointed fintech executive Varun Krishna to CEO. Krishna, who has a background at PayPal and Intuit, is set to take the position on September 5th. Longtime Rocket executive Bill Emerson was serving as interim CEO. But Emerson will now take the position of Rocket president and chief operating officer in September. He will replace Bob Walters, who yesterday announced his retirement from those posts. In other news, a Florida man pled guilty to a nationwide mortgage scheme. Brian Roy Lozito, a resident of Orange Park, faces up to 20 years in federal prison as well as restitution for the people he defrauded. Lozito owned American Investigative Services and offered mortgage auditing in exchange for a fee. As it turns out, AIS did not perform those audits or refund customers. Meanwhile, the housing market may be showing signs of further inflation. CoreLogic reports annual home price growth bumped up to 1.6% year over year, and CoreLogic predicts 7% in home price growth by early 2024, making it even more expensive for potential home buyers. And finally, as the market has the potential to tighten, it's important to lock down your leads. Shane Kidwell has some advice on how to use tech to do just that.
All right, I gotta share a little secret with you. So before I was a full-time lender, I was a part-time lender working full-time hours and a full-time fireman. And so there were many, many times when I was unavailable to connect with an agent or a client, and no one knew I was a fireman. The way I was able to communicate effectively with people was by being super proactive. And there's an awesome tool called Slydial, Slydial, that allows you to pre-record a voicemail and drop it right into the inbox of a client, an agent, a soon-to-be client's cell phone. Here's what's cool about this. If you know you're going to go into a meeting, or like me, I might have been going on a CPR or doing something crazy for 911. If I knew I needed to connect with a consumer, a buyer, an agent, I would plan out my email, all the things I needed from them, super proactive. Again, you can answer every question before it's asked in this business. That's the cool thing about this business. I would answer all those questions, put it in an email, send the email, record a Slydial voicemail, and say something along the lines of, Shane, I'm so sorry I missed you. Man, what a bummer. I've taken the time to write out an email explaining everything that we were going to talk about on our call. Take a look at that email, reply with any questions, and we'll get together soon. Oh, by the way, if you want to schedule time, and then you give them your calendar link or something like that. Slydial is an incredible, easy to use tool. You simply dial the number on your phone. You can also download the app, which is cool. And then you can record voicemails and drop them right into the voicemail inbox of your potential target. Now, what's even better is you can pre-record these. So you know that you have people that are going to ask the same questions over and over and over again. Just like we would promote creating videos and posting them on YouTube or on your socials, you can pre-record voicemails that answer all those questions, and you Slydial to drop them into the voicemail of the person. Last but not least, you have an agent or a client that talks too much and you're trying to increase your dollar per hour, and time is money. You can miss their call, Slydial, drop a voicemail, answer their questions, and sometimes not even have to get on the phone with them. This is a great tool, super effective. I've used it to grow my business.
Don't miss the largest mortgage show in the nation. The Originator Connect returns to Planet Hollywood in Las Vegas August 17th to the 20th. See us at originatorconnect.com. Find the best connections in the industry, dozens of sessions, scores of exhibitors. It's where success is written every hour. originatorconnect.com.
It doesn't matter what type of market it is, someone's always at the top. Is it you? How to be the next top LO is the subject of our special report from Katie Jensen.
It's really all about like the fire inside the person, I guess.
No one in this industry stays on top for very long. Every year, it's a new lineup of winners and losers. Coming off the heels of a refinance boom, many would assume that the newer, less experienced LOs would be the first to fall. But that's not necessarily the case. These originators just got into the industry, and they're kicking butt this year.
That I took the approach of trying to know the most about mortgages than anybody else, whether it was programs, guidelines, pricing, anything that went into mortgages. I wanted to learn how to do it.
Snell was a firefighter and paramedic in Fall River, Massachusetts, before becoming an originator in 2019. But it wasn't long before he became a superstar at his brokerage, Milestone Mortgage Solutions. In 2022, he originated $100 million in loans out of the $218 million the company originated total. In the past 12 months, he's still been able to originate $76 million in loans.
And it started at a time when everybody who had been in the business was very, very busy with refinances, and I never really focused on refinances.
Joseph Mehring joined the industry in 2021. He moved from California to New York to work as an originator with his cousin. But he didn't have any cash or a place to live at the time, so he slept in his office for a year, working 16 hours a day, ordering takeout, and showering at the local gym.
I'll have a borrower call me at 11 o'clock at night, and I'll run an application, right there on the spot.
These originators not only have great advice to share, but incredible, harrowing stories of how they got into the industry in the first place. To read the full story, check out August's issue of NMP Magazine at nationalmortgageprofessional.com. For The Interest, I'm Katie Jensen.
Thanks, Katie. For more on these and all of today's top stories, visit nationalmortgageprofessional.com.